हेलो।
हेलो।
आवाज आ रही है?
जी आ रही है।
जी ठीक है। हाँ, हो गया ठीक। जी। वीडियो ठीक है?
ठीक आ रही है सर। ओके
जी
बाय।
अच्छा। ओके, थैंक यू थैंक यू। ओके। Hello, I call you from the NPTEL office, huh? Yeah, it's working. Yeah, the issue is resolved now. That's why I called. Okay. Yeah, I think no one is there at the moment. Okay, fine. Okay, I will do it. Thank you. जी। हाँ, अब हो गया स्टार्ट। जी हो गया। जी ठीक। ओके। जी अच्छा, वो वही लोग कर पाए, मैं तो वो तो करके। हेलो। इवन इफ आई हैव म्यूट। अच्छा, ओके ओके, आई fine fine, I understood now. Okay, thank you for informing. Okay, yeah, sure, I will again start. Hello, a very nice good afternoon to all of you. Basically, this is a live session in which we are going to discuss things related what we have already discussed in the course of econometric methods, which is being delivered on the SWAM platform. Now, if you had gone through the courses, you would have seen that we have started with a discussion on the applicability of econometrics. That is how as such, we test the theories and we apply the economic theories in different empirical settings. Now, we started with the basic assumptions of the classical linear regression model, which is the foundation of econometric methods. And then we had moved on to the assumptions and then the derivation of the regression slope coefficients, both the theoretical underpinning behind it and the numerical derivation using the prior information we have of calculus and also the normal equations, the simultaneous equations and all. Then we moved that these estimator, the estimator of the regression coefficients, we have proved that they are blue. Blue stands for that best linear and biased estimator using the Gauss Markov theorem. After that, we had moved on to the system of um, multiple regression, where there are not only one, but there are more than one independent variables. We have seen the how to derive the regression slope coefficients and what they stand for actually. Moving on, then we had gone through the assumptions which we had earlier. We relaxed each assumption, and we have seen that what happens if there is a problem of multicollinearity, what happens if there is a problem of serial correlation, what happens if there is a problem of heteroscedasticity, and how to solve these problems also. How to identify regarding all these problems, we have seen what happens because of this problem, how to identify the problem, and ultimately how to solve this problem. Then we also had a discussion on the measurement errors and when what happens if we include an irrelevant variable or we omitted variable bias, that is, we have excluded a relevant variable. Moving on, then we had a discussions on the analysis of variance. That is also a statistical method and how it is applied in regression to identify many things and to identify the strength of the estimation process. After this, we moved on. We have by this time you must be in the in the units where we are discussing the dummy variable cases and when dummy variable is used. Excuse me. What are the uses of dummy variable when you are doing piecemeal or your piecemeal regressions, or you are comparing two time periods, or you can say taking the effect of seasonality. In the meantime, we have also discussed the chow test, which is also used with this reference. After this, we move to an entire domain of what you call them as the lagged models. We have there can be models which are distributed lagged model. There's general model, then we have this distributed lag models, then we have this auto-regressive models, and we have models which are auto-regressive distributed lag models. These basically solve the problem of ad hoc estimation. Because ad hoc estimation consumes degrees of lag, there can be problems of multicollinearity and all. So, and then we have in this distributed lag models, we have discussed this Quakes, Kagan's, Neloff's model, and all these. Then we move on. All these were single equation systems. Then in the next, we have moved on to the system of simultaneous equations, wherein we are having more than one equation. So we have a system of equation, or we have a model in which different systems are there. And then in there, we have seen what problem could arise, like the identification issue, and we have to satisfy the rank condition and the order condition. And then for solving these simultaneous equations, what are the various models which have that indirect least squares, when it is used, the two-step and the three-step, when it is used, how it is used, and the theoretical and both the derivation aspect of it. Once this is completed, then you will move on to a really different dimension, which is more applied in nature, and that is what you refer to as the time series econometrics. Therein, an important condition which you refer as stationarity is discussed. See, when you are using the tools of econometrics and you don't have any problem of heteroscedasticity, you don't have any problem of serial correlation and all these things, everything is fine. Still, for time series data, if your data is not stationary, your result can be spurious, your result can be problematic. So we need to test for stationarity. We have gone through that augmented Dickey-Fuller test, the most basic and the most commonly used test. Then we have seen that if there is a problem of stationarity, what are the alternatives? How can we then empirically estimate the models? Then we have, if all the variables are stationary at level, then we can go for Johansson co-integration. If there is a mixture that some are stationary and some are stationary at only at first difference, provided none of them are stationary at second difference, then we go to ARDL. Then we have seen some other related concepts also, like we have seen the grandeur causality, we have seen impulse response function, we have seen this variance decomposition. So and also the cause in grandeur causality test. And towards the end, finally, although in each of the lecture, whenever we have finished a concept, we have either done a numerical question by a simple hand calculation, or we have used the Excel sheet. Through Excel, you can do many things, like particularly for the estimation of the multiple and the simple regression, we have used it through Excel sheet. And then we also, we have all, sorry, I forgot to mention, we have also taken up a case wherein the dependent variable is categorical. It is very common that your independent variable is categorical, like male, female, good, bad, yes, no. But when the dependent variable is categorical, we cannot use the general linear regression model. And that is what we refer to the linear probability model. And we have seen its criticism in detail, that what are the issues with such a model. And for these type of model, we need a completely different tool, which is called as logic. Also, there is a brief discussion on probit and all. Now, these logit and the estimation of this logistic regression model we have done through the software SPSS. And finally, towards the end, we have we have done a practicum. We have, for each lecture, like we had done um, a stationary test with using augmented Dickey-Fuller, and we have shown you how to interpret the results in eViews. One of the eViews is one of the most commonly used econometric software. And then not only that, and also this eViews is free for 1 year, so it is anyone can download and work for at least the student version with 1 year. And then we moved on to the other things. Mm, like we have done, like Johansson co-integration, we have seen its interpretation. The VAR model, we have seen its interpretation in eViews. I'm talking ARDL model, we have done it in eViews and also seen the interpretation. So likewise, all these things, impulse response function, grandeur causality. So we had a practical also. We demonstrate in over here practically, and it is being it was shown to you practically also. I think you must not have reached to that level. It's still time. But when you go, so simultaneously you will be learning the theory, and along with the theory, when you go and you can also work on, and you do as I am doing, and you can work on your data and you can get the results, and also you can then meaningfully interpret. So the basic purpose of my this course was to not only to introduce to the concept, but also taking give the theoretical background. Uh, we also have done what I would say, that we have done um, the derivation part, how the things are derived. This derivation part, as I think, an USB of this course, and then we have gone to the practical aspects also. So nowadays, many researchers, not only students, I'm not referring to only students, that research scholars, and when you are writing papers, even students of masters, they can very well use those concepts, and they can learn from this how to do this practical aspect of these empirical estimations. So overall, to me, it seems it was a very, it was a, it will be a very a jam-packed session. But nevertheless, at the end of the day, I think I feel that value would be added to you. Nevertheless, now, if you have any doubts, if you have any queries, you can very well uh, talk to me over here. And not only that, even because you have this facility to sending emails, and fine, that is, and we respond to those emails also. So if you don't have any particular question over here, you can very well ask me through the emails also. And finally, I hope you are doing well with the assignments. And also, uh, I wish you best of luck for your final examinations. Now, I open the session for you. If you have any query, please come up with it. जी अस्सलाम वालेकुम सर। जी जी अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह। Let us discuss some of the questions which were which were seen as doubts were there. Like there was a question on this insertion of in the derivation. There was a question, but that was we need to have a copy of the derivation. There was also a question that regarding the shift. Um, just hold on. Let me check some. Okay, there are two queries. The first one is related to the what you can say, their materials. See, the PPTs, you can use the PPTs, and if you want, we can send you the PPTs also, and also it can be downloaded. Apart from that, the transcripts, they are being prepared, and where you will have a particular reference material prepared in a proper format. So you will be receiving it shortly. But meanwhile, you can get the PPTs, and from the PPTs, you can get it corrected. This was the response. This was the query of Nitin. He asked me about the what he's asking. Please provide the lecture materials. So they will be provided. The transcription process is on, and they will be provided. Meanwhile, you please somehow you will be managing well with the PPTs, and that can be provided to you very well. You can also, if you didn't get it, you can separately email me. I will send you all the PPTs which are there regarding that one. So, and the next query was of Dr. Sujatan. He talked about some in the specification error. I got the copy of it. In the specification error, he is asking about some of a query which is there. See, basically what we are doing, we have this summation xi, x1 y is equal to beta 1 hat summation x1 square, and summation y is equal to, we just rearrange, we write it in terms of y, summation y is equal to beta 1 hat summation x1 square divided by summation x1. And this, so you're finally your, because one of the x1 is cancelled, so you have summation xy is equal to beta 1 hat summation x1. Now what we are doing, this equation which we have, that is summation y is equal to beta 1 hat summation x1, we are simply inserting it into the earlier function of beta 1 which we have. So the function of beta 1 was, and if you see that equation 7, it is beta 1 asterisk is equal to summation x1 y summation x2 square minus summation x2 y summation x1 x2, the whole divided by summation x1 square summation x2 square minus summation x1 x2 whole square. So when we just insert, now in place, what we are doing, in place of y, we are inserting we are inserting beta 1 summation x1. So if you just insert this, this will serve the purpose. And if you go on continuing with that, you can go on continue. If you want, I can further, you can do the rearrangement. The only criteria over here is, let me check if there is anything else. The only criteria over here is we have an equation that is summation y is equal to beta 1 summation x1. We need to just put this value in the formula for beta 1 hat asterisk which we have derived before, and therein it is, the formula is summation x1 y. So in place of y, you will be inserting this value, that is beta 1 summation x1. So if you do it likewise, I think you will get it. There will not be any issue. But nevertheless, if you still find some issue, you can send this, you can send a query. I will respond to over there. And regarding that transcript, the transcripts are in process. It's a bit time-taking process, but it is going on. You must have received the transcripts of the earlier few weeks, but remainder all the transcripts you will be getting it, and those are like just like a book type reference material from where you can study. Nevertheless, not only this, see, my notes, they are prepared from certain books. If you go, the books which we have referred is it's a book on econometrics by Kotsianis. This is one of the book we have followed. The second book is one of the most popular book, that is Damodar Gujarati. Any student of econometrics, they must be aware of it. And then the other, that is the time series components, they have been taken from another book, that is Carter and Hill. So in the reference also, if you go by the initial lectures, I had given you the detail of the books. But if you refer to these three books, that is Damodar Gujarati, Kotsianis, and Carter and Hill, I think they would be more than sufficient for your purpose. And you can get the PPTs, no doubt, and the reference material, you will definitely be getting it in a short time. You will be getting all the reference material. As such, it will be prepared in the form of the transcript, and it will be available to you in the form as a book also. So hope I have satisfied the queries of Nitin and Dr. Sujatan. Continue asking me through the, you can keep on, be in touch through the query option which we have over there in NPTEL, and I will be responding you accordingly.
So should I stop the meeting?
Please stop the meeting now.
Okay, sir.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.